What's going on, guys? Fearmaky here, bringing you another video. Let's get into it. Let's roll deep and keep grinding out there, guys. Let's dive into the video. Let's go. All right, Descendants, let's get into these patch notes. So we just got a brand new patch that's dropped right now, and I want to go over the patch notes and exactly what they mean. Not every item, but some of the major items. Some of them being the public operations now, which is public matchmaking, but I'll explain that to you guys exactly what that means. So the patch is available for all the systems, of course. And content improvements: added the start public operation function matchmaking to infiltration operations hard. Start public operations is available even if you change the selected reward, but if you select an additional option, only start private option will be available. So what that means is you come over here to this console in Albion and you click on it. These are the operations. So now you can go to hard. Before, you can only do it on private. Click on any map. These are all the dungeons in each zone. So each zone has, 2 dungeons. So Kingston has the Magus' Lab, it has the Slumber Valley, and that repeats, all the way for every zone, just so you guys know. And just like you did the campaign, as you start these zones, the initial entry zones are slightly easier, I would say, from my experience, than you don't want to go to the heart of the fortress hard right off the bat when you start out and as you're leveling. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to see a whole guide and video and showcase of how I do every dungeon with Lepic and other champions, either solo or multiplayer, and how the modifiers work. But right now we're just strictly talking about patch notes. So anyways, the changes: you click on this when you're ready to do these dungeons in hard mode, and now you have the option to click public operation, which means you'll get queued up with other players, which will make the content easier, allow you to get all of this amazing quality, or chance at the amazing quality loot that it drops inside these dungeons. And these are targeted items, so there's a very high chance that these will drop and that you'll get these rewards. In addition to that, up top you can select rewards. So it's based on the point system. So right now the modifier is each mob you kill will give you 100% score system. If you reach 3,000 score during the whole run, you'll get pattern 56, guaranteed. It's 100% drop chance. At 15,480, also guaranteed. At 30,960, also guaranteed. Now this is where the modifier comes in. In order for you to get the second loot chest pattern a chance at it, at 3,000 score, you have a 25% chance for it to drop. At 15,480, you'll have a 50% chance for it to drop. And if you really want to farm efficiently and guarantee it, you'll have you need to get 30,960, which will have a 100% chance to drop. But you'll have to, in order to get the 30,000 score, you have to add the modifiers. And some of these modifiers at 150, even 200%, will not yield the score. Some maps will, some you need to go as high as 250%. Like I said, we'll do that on another video so you guys can understand, and we'll also explain what good modifiers are okay to take, which ones are not, and obviously it'll also depend on your build. But the other option is, even if you change the reward, let's say you want pattern 57, typically pattern 56, these will yield the crystallization catalyst blueprint and also some weapon blueprints, etc. I mainly choose this to keep up with my catalyst research at the research center. But if you're targeting a specific, descendant, you want to change this and then go to pattern 57. And from what I've experienced, 100% of the times, these patterns will not drop the catalyst blueprint for you to research, which will essentially allow you to socket different modules onto your descendant. So you do this pretty much when you're high-end game, or if you're trying to go for a specific champion and you don't need catalyst right now to increase your character strength. In addition to that, one thing I didn't touch base on, you get a chance at the specific shape stabilizer form. Again, in order to get a 20% chance to drop on it, you'll have to get 30,960. And these are amazing when you're doing the boss runs, because you can essentially lower the higher percentage rolls on the box and increase the lower percentage rolls by using the stabilizer. And they're also boss specific, right? But we'll get into all that later. But anyways, guys, I highly recommend doing this if you're ready, if you're strong enough. Definitely in groups will make it easier. But you still need to be in a group if you want to add a modifier. It still needs to be private. Either you do it solo or you run it with a friend. But that is what that patch note means. So let's get back into the other note. Remove sequential type immunity spheres from named monsters. They have been changed to either the default or extermination types. This is massive. I have not tested this yet. I hope it's for all bosses, end dungeon bosses, and including the Vulgus events, because those spheres are annoying. It just makes the boss immune for no reason. It's a shitty feature in the game, if you ask me. It's a lazy feature. They could definitely do better. So they removed it altogether. So now you just straight up kill the boss and just deal with his health pool and go on. That's a great quality of life change. That's a W there for the devs. Director's comments. The dev team has acknowledged the community's concern about the monotonous patterns of named monsters and strives to enhance them. In particular, we've noted that the pattern involving breaking spheres in a specific order isn't appropriate for public match and have decided to remove it immediately. We were doing this event yesterday, which we needed to kill the spheres in a certain order, or else the boss would reset and go back to immune. It's very tedious, and I cannot imagine trying to do this in the public with no comms, no voice. But this is removed from the game now, which is a huge quality, another W for the devs. As new patterns are developed, we will soon update patterns of existing named monsters one by one. As named monsters frequently appear in hard difficulty and special operations, we will continue working towards diversifying their patterns. Increase the quantity of rare basic materials dropped from encrypted vaults threefold. The elite Vulgus that appear in field operations and infiltration operations will now drop them too. This is massive. What this means, and the way I understand it, and pardon me if I get this wrong, but what I understand it is, because I'm in this menu a lot, you want to get your energy activators or your crystallization catalyst. I'm sorry, crystallization catalyst would be the one, and you need the murky residue as well as the mixed energy residue, and they only come from those encrypted vaults. So now not only can you get them from the vaults and they're going to drop threefold, but you'll also be able to get them from the Vulgus infiltration events, which are trying to find one here on the map. The joke? Where is it? There's not one in this zone. There'll be an operations in every zone. Why can't I see that? Maybe because I selected the mark. But let's say you come to Steroland right here. So these are the infiltration Vulgus events. You'll see them by this huge red, orange infiltration towers, and they have them, roughly around, many zones. So now you don't have to go around finding the encrypted vaults and have a key to do it. You can also get it from these elite bosses. So obviously they won't drop as much as the vaults, but it's still a very good way to farm, because you need to farm these to also, build up your character. So that's a huge quality of life change as well. Another W there for the devs. The director's comment: the most efficient way to farm rare basic materials is still through the encrypted vaults, but those who prefer hunting monsters, we have updated field missions and infiltration operations to drop these materials too. That is huge. The dev team will also closely monitor the overall farming status and do our best to create a joyful environment for all our descendants. Reduce the time from 290 seconds to 260-second occupations of the Kingston Vulgus data transmitter hacking mission. That is a huge quality of life. I haven't farmed that as much, but yeah, anything to expedite farming and efficiency is a W. Improve battle pass supply shop buttons visibility by redesigning it in the format of the bonus shop banner. I don't know what that means. I haven't looked at that. Let's see. The battle pass. Oh, this banner used to look different. So, and they also put okay, this bonus shop used to be a little icon here that you could barely see. I never actually clicked this. I saw my brother and Tiki and my friends click this because I guess as you level in the season, you get the special currency, this bonus currency that you can spend in the shop. And I have 90 of it, the bonus coins. Yeah, see, I've never clicked this menu or used it. Wait, I can claim. If I claim this, yikes, it used my, okay, so it uses it, you don't get it. So you use that bonus coin to buy this resource. That's cool. So I've never used this menu, but that definitely makes it more transparent, allowing you to use your bonus coins. So that's what that change means. Director's comment: you can get season limited skins from the free from the battle supply shop. Complete preseason challenges to claim your special skins. Updated the library window from closing when the map is opened and closed to the acquisition information pop-up. Improved the duration of party invitation messages to make them easier to confirm and accept. This is great. Every time I invite my friends, within like 5 seconds, if they don't accept the invite, the invitation is done. It's canceled. And they're like, you didn't invite me, and it's a constant thing. Like, no, I did invite you. I invited you like 5 times already. So this will definitely make it easier. When you send an invite, there's more of a lenient time. Hopefully it's like 10 seconds, 20 seconds. You know, so people can get a chance to click the menu and accept the invitation. Improve the duration of the Descendant instructor lines. Director's comment: many Descendants have commented that the Descendants instructor's dialogue contains many useful game tips. Currently, it's not possible to revisit the previous dialogues, but we are planning to fix this. We will continue to make improvements so that the Descendants can easily access the information they require. Move the guide NPC you meet after first arriving in Albion closer. So, let's see. Where's the guide NPC? He used to be here. Well, he is here. I don't know what guide NPC they're talking about. But the instructor here, yeah, this guy provided very useful information during the leveling process in the campaign. Everything that had to do with your upgrades, your weapon adjustments, your reactor upgrades, module upgrades. But everything, unless you're like a speed reader, nobody caught any of the information. You had to just wing it. So I hope they add a menu where you can go back and click all the instructions, and that way it can make it easier for people to understand how the systems and how the game works, because that's very important. Understanding how the module upgrades, weapon upgrades, re-rolling items, upgrading items. That's why people play these games and, you know, grind them. They want to understand how the loot works, how the systems works, and not being able to revisit that menu or understand it to begin with is a big L. So they are working to change that and update that. Okay, what is this guy?
The space-time fabric of the void is
Void intercept battles. Oh, okay. Well, I always click G and we go to the void intercept battles to do it, but I guess you can do it there through that NPC as well. Other than that is optimization improvements for PC, process reducing CPU load for shaders. This is anything for quality and performance is great. Lower GPU memory usage. Fix an issue where character skins were displayed abnormally. Fix the bug that allowed frame limit to be set when using NVIDIA and AMD's frame generation. Okay, so maybe that might work now. People's having issues with frames. I know I did on some runs. Maybe you can turn on these settings now and it'll actually work. Before it was actually limiting you, I guess. So they fixed that. Various optimizations throughout the game. A lot of bug fixes. We won't get into any of that. I just want to get into the other stuff here at the bottom. Fix some Descendants, fix modules, equipment, field, instance dungeons, research, miscellaneous language fixes. And here's the really important thing that I like what the dev said here at the end. Director's additional comments. It has come to our attention that the community is worried about possible nerfs to Tamer and Glade's infinite magazine builds. This meta is very strong, but since it is within the scope of what the dev team has planned, there are no immediate plans to do so. In addition, some weapons are more powerful than Tamer, and there are a variety of character builds that rival Glade's infinite magazine. So please enjoy them fully. We've been looking forward to seeing Descendants use creative builds to take down powerful Colossi swiftly, so we're quite delighted to see this in action now. This is an amazing comment from them, and everybody should definitely, you know, take this to heart. Every class is viable, is good, it's fun, and it's really what you resonate with and what you like and what you enjoy playing. Everybody has different tastes, and I'm so happy that they commented on this and said that there are more powerful weapons and builds and classes. So definitely try them out and enjoy them all. And at the end of the day, it's not about what's the strongest and what's the best. Yes, people will naturally gravitate to a meta, the most efficient way to farm things. But in the end of the day, you also want to have fun and enjoy doing it. So definitely, play a class and enjoy it. And it's good to know that the devs also pointed out some huge information here, that there are a variety of character builds that will rival, Glaze Infinite Magazine build and other classes as well. Which means, guys, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to digest. There's a lot to theorycraft, a lot to grind and farm. There's a lot of gameplay in the game. The game just literally came out. If you work a 9 to 5 like all the rest of us, you didn't take vacation like I have been on, etc. You don't have the time. There's infinite content here, and if you're on limited time, the game is definitely worth you spending a couple of bucks for convenience and timing, so you can save your time grinding a champion, whatever. You still have to grind out your character, and items should be powerful and experience and gold and croupier. You can't buy that, which is why I'm playing this game. I'm like you guys. I despise free-to-play games because they're all gotcha and pay to win, and whoever has the biggest wallet, ultimately would win, and etc. But this game is not about that. First of all, the game doesn't even have a leaderboard, right? So, and you can't whale into the game. You can buy all the champions, right? And buy all the slots, but then you're going to be the biggest weak whale in the game. And I guarantee, save your money, save your time to hassle. It's going to be a biggest disappointment to you if you spend a lot of money and then you still can't kill shit. You still can't do hard bosses, because guess what? You can't buy experience and buy items and gear and gold and buy the modules that you need from grinding. So just, be careful with your money, careful how you use it. I'm definitely a pro for convenience and saving your time, but be very responsible with your money, because you have to grind in the game. You have to. It's just how it is. That's what the game is designed for. It's it's Warframe, Destiny 2. These games are designed that way. That's what makes it fun. It's all about the adventure and the journey, right? Once you get everything, you're powerful. It's like, okay, what do I do now? So enjoy the process of going after items, trying to farm them, trying to get them, becoming powerful with each item you get, with each module, each time you re-level to level 40, because that's what the whole game is about. Paying your way to get that is only going to make you a weak whale. So don't do that. This game is not designed that way, for you to buy yourself to be strong. So be careful how you spend your money, and don't think that spending money is going to make you strong in this game. I can tell you from 150 hours in the game that it won't. We are all aware that as many Descendants begin farming in earnest, various discussions are taking place regarding drop rates. There is no variable drop rate system in the first Descendant. We are using the fixed rates displayed in the game. The dev team has reviewed the acquisition rates across all servers and confirmed that they are dropping according to the rates displayed. We are currently working on various measures to ensure the community can trust the dev team, such as disclosing item drop amounts for each content. And we are also prepare ways to improve the farming experience. The first Descendant will continue to communicate transparently and honestly. I 100% agree with this and support this. The devs have been transparent, and anything you want to farm in the game, you can go to your access info, search it. There's a drop chance on there, and as you farm it, it will drop. I've never had any issues acquiring an item and finding an item, and when I go there and I do a run or 2 or 3, I get it. Even when I'm doing the hard Colossi boss fights and farming, I've gotten so many Transcendent items. And a week ago, if you were to ask me, I'm like, yeah, dude, we're never gonna get these items. But they are dropping extremely often. As long as you have a strong build, a character that can farm efficiently, you're going to get the items. And the game is very honest about that. This comment here, obviously there's a lot built into this paragraph. because as you guys are aware, Nexon was fined, huge, I think a $10 million lawsuit for lying to their, to their community about drop ratios in the game that I forgot about the name of the game. It's a mobile game I didn't play, and the drop chance there was literally zero. No matter how much money you spent and how much you farmed, you couldn't get the item to drop, and they were found guilty of that. So obviously now they do not want to repeat the same mistakes. And I can say from playing this game 150 hours, everything I went out to and set to farm, it has dropped. I have gathered it with no issues. So I can clearly say that for what I'm doing so far, the drop rates are working, they are accurate, and the devs are going to continue to work on that. So it's a W, and only time will tell, right? But as long as you're playing, you're grinding, you will get your items. Anyways, guys, that's the patch notes for the game. I'm absolutely enjoying the game. The game is headed in the right direction. I'm having a lot of fun with it. And I highly recommend, you guys pick it up. It's free to play. Start off with a free character. Get through the campaign. You don't need to pay anything. And if you enjoy the game, you like it, then pick another champion you like, grind for it. If you want to spend a couple of bucks to get the champion just so you can level with it and gear him up and experience him, I also recommend that as well. I did that for Lepic. I saw Lepic. I wanted to play Lepic. I wanted to play the ultimate version of him. So yes, I spent $100 buying the caliber to buy him. But make sure, one thing here, don't repeat the mistakes I did. Let me show you guys here what I did. You go to options, account. Make sure you link your account to Nexon, because if you don't link, or maybe they fixed this by now, but what I did, which is the reason why I have 5,000 extra caliper, I went into the shop and I went to buy Lepic, and I bought the caliper. I'm not that good with the shop, believe it or not. So I went and bought the caliper, the $100 pack. I did buy it, and the money didn't go through. I restarted my game twice, multiple times. The thing didn't go through. So I'm like, the servers must be bugged or something's lagging. This was day one. And then I did it again. I'm like, there's no way I'm doing this again. This is going to be a problem for me. And then got the email that the transactions did go through. A couple of minutes later, I'm like, shit. And then I Googled it, and I realized that, yeah, you only get the currency if your account is linked to Nexon. So that is the reason why, by mistake, I spent $200. But yes, I really wanted to spend $100, and every penny of it was worth it. I absolutely love Lepic. I love the class. I still have the extra 5,000 caliber here. I don't see a need to spend it on anything. I don't spend it on anything. I mean, I'm sure if there's some XP stuff and convenience stuff to spend it on, I will spend it. Don't get me wrong. Whatever can help me save time, as far as experience gain and things like that, I will do. But buying catalysts and champions outright and things of that nature, I will not do. It's too much money. It's too much time. It's too much time investment. It's not worth it. Too much money investment. It's not worth it. All of the stuff I do, I farm, I research. I do this with friends, and it's easy. You can see here I only need another 7 of the molecules, the biogels, and then I just got to grind out the bosses for the catalyst blueprint, and I kill bosses extremely fast. I have a lot of amorphous materials from grinding dungeons. I have 29 amorphous materials. I just need to run the bosses to get the right there, to get the crystallization blueprint. So I got 3 there. I have another 3 here. That's 6. This one doesn't drop it. Right here, there's 2. That's 8. And right here, that's 11. These are just special bosses. No, right there, that's 12. And then with the 5 here, 17. 17 chances. 19 chances to get the crystallization blueprint. Another 20. And then so forth. I probably 22, 24. 25, 26, 29, 30, 32, 33, 34. So I just gotta go and kill these bosses, or do these events and spend the amorphous patterns, and I'll have a chance at getting the crystallization patterns. And out of 39 or whatever we counted there, I absolutely will get a crystallization blueprint. I do this all the time with my friends. So do not spend your money buying catalysts. It's just a waste of your time and money. And plus, you're robbing yourself from a good gaming experience, and to go out and farm. And even if you buy it, you're going to need other materials and items to build up your character. So you're going to get it just by playing the game and going after other things. Which is why, you know, I keep my my targeted items full, and I go after my items and do that. But that's what I recommend you guys doing. Anyways, guys, that's the patch notes. I hope you guys enjoyed this content. Please let me know in the comments below what other content you guys would like to see from me. I have read all of your comments. I'm writing a lot of things down. I do have a lot of great ideas and other plans to do other content for you guys with Lepic, running all the hard dungeons, doing all the hard mode bosses in solo, and doing them in groups. I've read a request that somebody wants to see how the build performs in groups and how it functions. I can tell you it's absolutely amazing. But please leave your comments below. I appreciate all your comments and ideas. So yeah, let me know. Hit that like button, guys. It helps me out absolutely with the algorithm. And please subscribe as well. It helps me as well. If you guys would like to continue seeing content, like to learn more about the game and its systems, its features, and other characters, please let me know what you'd like to see, and I'll be more than happy to create content for you. As long as, you know, the videos are doing good and you guys enjoy the content, I'll be providing you guys some good content. Anyways, guys, take care of yourselves, keep grinding out there, and roll deep. Woo!